Alright, bear with me a second. We just got our table back. So I gotta do some shuffling around activities. Alright. This place is packed. These people finally got up, so we're moving. There's glitter all over that seat. Like a bunch of strippers have been there or something. Alright. Let's get to moving here. Oh, forgot something. Hold on. Okay. I think I'm situated. Just give me a second. Engage coffee rituals. What up? This place is packed. Is it a holiday and no one told me about it? I never seen Caesars is packed. I mean, I had to drive around. I wasn't gonna go to the top floor with the sun and shit, but I drove around like the third floor, fourth floor, trying to find a spot, and I finally freaking scalped one. Holy cow. Oh wait, let's do coffee rituals. Bonk. Alright, hold on. Looks a little different. Our new guy, he just made like a straight up freaking double espresso for me. I'm gonna be bouncing off the freaking ceiling, and I love it. And again, for those of you who are not playing along, I am currently sugar-free. I don't do the sugar deal no more, and I'm feeling freaking great. And I suggest you consider the same. So instead of doing 7 sugars in the raw, I didn't get it. I'm gonna do 3 of them bitches right here. This stevia in the raw isn't too bad. Stevia in the raw. It's naked stevia. Stevia, whatever you call it. Yeah, stevia. You know us New Yorkers, we make up our own words. It's stevia. I like it better than Truvia. I could smell that. I was saying the other night, I drank a little bit of milk, like, I don't know. Like, not a cup, not even half a cup, maybe a quarter cup of milk, and it tasted so sweet. Freaking milk. Because there's a ton of sugar in it. That's how, like, how would I say? That's how far away I am from the sugar deal. And I'm noticing some big freaking differences. Oh yeah, look at that foam. Good to the last drop. I mean, this is probably, I'm trying to stay like under 25 grams of sugar, which is not just straight up sugar. We're talking carbs too. And milk has, even cream has sugar. Has like 1 gram per tablespoon. Alright, let's see if we can make some designs. Woo! Now, I'm gonna stir this a lot. That is black. That is like ink. That is like freaking squid ink. But I really didn't know how to explain it to him. You know, if he doesn't know what an Americano is, he just made like espresso. Like Americano, bro. Oh, I'm gonna be bouncing. Look at that. I love it. But I want to incorporate it a bit more. Alright. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? This is what I'm gonna do. So I'm a freaking master chef. Let's get all the freaking cream out of there. There we go. I like the little shot glass. Think I should keep that? I mean, I freaking tipped $10 on a $4 coffee. No. Maybe if I had two. Alright. Let's do this here. 10 banana rams from Janice. Did I just see right? Okay. Let's turn this around. Another bunk. Another bunk. Bam. Whoa. What is that? That always surprises me. Bror Fredrik, you're such a kid. Cool. I'm down with that. I'm down like a hound. Let me fire up chat activities. I was like 10 minutes late, I'll be honest. Usually I'm all like set up and half in the bag. How you doing? Oh, shouldn't see me. She left me hanging. It's not unusual. She's busy. She'll be over here in a second. Alright, what the hell was I doing? Alright, I was firing up chat. Chat activities, engage. Oh, commercial engage. How's the internet? The internet's looking good over there. It's looking kind of lame over here. Alright, I'm gonna go. Look at you crazy peoples. I like the pregame super chat activities. Get a nursing degree. Do I want a nursing degree? I don't think so. They got me totally mispegged. Venus, oh, we gotta talk, Venus. Venus, you were right. You were 100% correct last night. We're gonna talk about that. That's gonna encompass like 75% of this conversation. 10 banana ramen from Venus and Jim. Thank you very much. 10 banana ramens from Mary, thank you very much. And 10 banana ramens from Janice. You guys are awesome. I ventured out in the heat. It's not the 115s yet. I got out of the car, it was 113.1. But it's still ugly. it's still ass. Anyway you cut it. I mean butt toxical. Gary with the 10 banana ramens, thank you very much. You guys are awesome. Alright, all messages are engaged. Let's get this coffee engaged. Well, it's like straight up espresso. He's like he gave it to me, there was like this much in it. I'm like, he's like, do you want more? I didn't know how to explain it. I'm like, fill the rest up with coffee. Like, what? I don't want to tell him how to do an Americano. So I'm just like, yeah, bro, fill it to the top. So he put like 2 more, excuse me, he put 2 more shots of espresso in there. So I think this is 4 shots of espresso. Oh, I gotta clean that. That's unsightly. This is what my grandma used to do. It's a tribute to grandma. That is unsightly. It's like an unsightly bulge. No, that's an unsightly bulge. Alright, now we're good. File that one off to the side. Does that look better? Oh, yeah. Ooh, I missed a spot. Now we're on point. That is straight up espresso. I'll be right back. There's actually someone playing drums right outside the door, like a full-blown kit, and they suck too. I need to get some more sweetener, because that is like, I can feel the hair growing on my chest right now. And if I don't sweeten it, it's gonna start growing on my back. We don't want that. I'm fortunate, I don't have any back hair, but I don't want to start growing it. Alright. Did I miss something here? Nope. Alright, what do we got? We got 125 people. So I'm going to say the hellos as I stir this in. Venus, Sylvia, Gary, Sony, Janice, Captain Loeb, Chris, Double Eagle. Yeah, these friggin' people, they stayed in town for the whole weekend. Just go home. Just go home, it's done. Go home already. Yeah, record highs Sunday and Monday. Yeah, we're talking like 118s. That's kind of nuts. So I'm gonna hibernate. Chris Miller, what's happening? Macchiato? Did I get that right? Macchiato? Yeah. Bruce, what's going on? Cindy, Angie. I want to get everyone. Val Marie. Jim Wolf. I like all the usual subjects are here. That is cool. We're not glitching, are we? No, we're not. Tom Mack. All classics. 88888. Tom Helm. My bro. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're good. Everyone, it's open to everyone. Just go ahead and start planting stuff down there. Jesse, greetings from the cooler Santa Ana. Can you send me a Santa Ana breeze, please? I desperately need it. It's freaking hot. Chanel for Shell. It's oppressively hot. Although, because it's earlier in the year, it's still going down into the high 80s at night, you know, so that's a plus side, because if we had this weather in like the end of July, like for Leo season, this guy, if we had this for Leo season, it would still be at like 4 in the morning, it'd still be like 104. So, cool. F1, I like me some F1s. I like all the F1s. Made it, oh, nice. Gary made a vanilla latte. That actually sounds good. Lee, how you doing? Kevin, how you doing, bro? Let's see. Paul Martinez, Bert, Mike, and yeah, dude, bring them all. I want to do all the hellos. Barshman, because I got to tell you a story. You're probably ready for a story. You know I got stories. I got all the stories. Because I lead a very interesting life. And I like to tell stories. I'm genetically predisposed to tell stories. Alright, let me see if I, because my people didn't, like, even bother with the language, until, like, the year 1250. We were just like, we'll just tell stories. Well, we had runes, rune sticks, and, here's a fun fact. Do you know that in Nordic, when I say Nordic, not all Nords were Vikings, so I'm not going to say Vikings, but the Nordic people, by their latrines, like you go in a bathroom and, one of these casinos or in a truck stop, it says like, Joe was here or for a good time call and all that type of shit. Nordic people used to do that at their latrines too. They used to leave rune sticks next to the shitter, and they used to like put stuff and like talk shit about each other, so and so is this and so wears girly clothes, and they used to like diss each other and tell jokes and for a good time call Helga, and all that type of stuff in the latrines 1,000 years ago. They still find those things with like poop and sticks with runes on it with funny shit all over it. So my people are funny. Wow, that is strong. A quadruple espresso. Woo! Huntington breeze. Latrine, latrine. What is that? What does that even? Where does that even come from? Latrine. It's a latrine. That's a funny word, latrine. Anyway, Sven eats fish in the... That's funny. For those of you who don't know, I once ate fish out of a toothpaste container. You know, a toothpaste tube. It is what it is when we went to IKEA. But that's funny. That's some funny shit. Yeah, this, bro. I mean, I put like a lot of sugar, well, fake sugar. It's still sweet. And all that cream, it didn't even put a dent in it. It's still squid ink. So, yeah. Yeah, latrine reminds you of MASH. MASH reminds me of my mom's. My mom's used to watch MASH. I never really got down with it. Klinger and Radar, and I mean, I know the show, but... That was fun. that was some funny shit right there. But send you some ocean breeze. Yeah, Jim. Bottle up some ocean, and I have a photo that needs to be posted in the Facebook group. You work with a Helga? You know what? Okay. The other thing I'll say about my peoples, she's not happy to be. She keeps telling me she's not happy to be here. You'll recognize her when she comes over. She's a nice girl, but she's not digging the job no more. Hope she finds something. See if she just whipped the glass. Nice girl though. My people, they don't come up with like sexy names for women, like Rachel, Raquel, Amber, Cindy. You know, it's like Helga, and like that's like the sexiest of them all, Helga. But all the rest of them are like so harsh and fierce. It's like, how do you call them? Broomhilda. You know? Broomhilda. Come here, Broomhilda. I got something for you. I got a broom for you, Broomhilda. You know, they're not really sexy names. What could I say? But, you know, men have cool names, you know? Ragnar, Bror. You know, those men had cool names, but the chicks, they didn't have such cool names. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I'm talking about ancient ones. Now they have modern ones, too. I just got hit with a commercial, so that means I have to reset my chat activities. Oh, and like my own video. Alright, what is it, 80-ish in Washington State? Ta-da, Olga. Yeah, everything's like, all the women's names got a punch to them. They're not sweet and feminine, you know? It's like sweet nothings in the ear, like Lagather. Lagather. I mean, that's not too bad, but it's got that punch to it. Lagather, you know? I mean, Lagather, you know? It's like, how you doing, Lagather? I don't know, that's just me. I could be wrong. I could be like caffeined out of my mind already. I don't know. But I got a story and I got a question. We'll handle the question after the story. So, Venus. Oh, first, for all you new people, I'm going to invite you to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. Gonna be on a sports channel. The number one way to do it is go check out brorfredrik.com. If you value free speech, if you value non-censorship, go check us out, check me out, and the group that's already there out. It's about 40 members, 30-something members right now. brorfredrik.com, that is my streaming platform where it's just no holds frickin' bar. So you really want to know what I think, you really want to know what rattles around in this head, you really want to talk about current events, the state of affairs, that's the place to do it, because this ain't the place to do it. This is the place to just chill out and have fun and tell stories. Within reason, because they still spank me in the head here. And we got the Cash App, the Venmo, the Patreon, all the stuff's down there, and links in the description. So, yeah. What was that? I I feel like something just... Did you see something like flow over my head? Fly over my head? Like a shadow just went over, like a pterodactyl or something. Hope it don't shit on me. I still love this place. I mean, check it out. It's just cool. And my gimbal's cool for doing that. Alright, so last night we did 4th of July. 4th of July was fun. I enjoyed it. You know, it was 107 outside at 9 o'clock when the fireworks went off. I put up a glorious 4K. I put up a short of the finale. In the glorious 4K, the train went through at exactly the same time as the start, which was kind of interesting, a freight train. So you hear it like he was blowing his whistle for the 4th and whatnot. He was having fun. It was kind of cool, but it was loud. We got a little glitchy, like, right away. You know, it was so good up until, like, it was game time, which sucked. That could have been my phone overheating. Because there's up in this corner right there, there's a heat warning, and it was like, bump, bump, shut me off. You know, if I let it go too long, the phone will automatically shut off to protect itself. You know, self-preservation, AI. But that was fun. But what I mentioned yesterday was I was looking forward to getting home and eating a ribeye. Because all I eat is meat now. Today, what did I have for my first meal of the day? And I'm not even hungry now. So I went from like 11 o'clock last night to about 1 o'clock this afternoon, 12:30, 1 o'clock this afternoon without eating. Didn't even think twice about it. Counts as fasting, which is super great for your body. If you haven't fasted, you should. So healthy. Just watch your sugar, that it doesn't crash. And it was a wet fast because I do drink such. But, you know, every day is a fast for me because I only eat twice a day for the most part. I used to eat 3, now I'm down to 2, which is absolutely great. I have more energy than ever, and I'm never hungry anymore, ever since I went like almost full-blown carnivore. So for the first meal of the day, and we'll get back to you, Venus, in a second, so I gotta give you your props. What did I have? I had a pound of ground mystery meat, about maybe like a half a pound of cheese, and some cauliflower that I cooked up. I steamed it first, and then I cooked it up in some bacon fat. And I threw it in a bowl, and I mixed it all up, and then I nuked it for a second so the cheese would melt into it, and that's what I had. So I had like 2 pounds of cheese, meat, and some bullshit vegetables. You know, I'm trying not even to eat them damn things. I learned so much about vegetables. Vegetables will kill you. Vegetables are not your friend. Vegetables hate being eaten. So they develop toxins, and that's what you eat. They develop natural toxins to protect themselves from being eaten, and we're cultivating this shit. And you're eating it, yay. Anyway, I digress. I'm not gonna talk about that today. We'll talk about that another time, or on HeyBrorFredrik.com, why vegetables suck. They're not oh, I'm gonna be vegan. You ever notice how, like, there's a lot of fat vegans? How's that possible? If you're eating like 0 net carbs, how are you still fat? Okay, but I digress. So I was looking forward to there's a long way to get around to this story. So that was my meal for the day. Satisfying. Oh, and then I poured some bacon grease over the whole thing. On top of it, and some butter. It was freaking delicious. It was so good. And I watched like half of Star Trek, the third one, Beyond something or other, whatever, with the chick with the freaking tattooed face and whatnot, who likes she likes the beats and the shouting, and then they come in, they hit them freaking creatures with the Beastie Boys. That was the best part. I watched that like 4 times as I was eating this. That's the best. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, I'll play it for you later this time. Anyway, so that's what I ate, and I'm not even hungry. 4 hours, 5 hours, I'm not even remotely hungry. I probably won't eat until like 11 o'clock tonight. Okay, so now we're getting back to the story. So, I was like, we're at doing the fireworks and whatnot. Then we walked around the Rio. The Rio is looking freaking pretty nice. Ain't gonna lie, the Rio is looking pretty damn nice. Despite what you might hear, they're doing a good job on their renovation. It's looking up, and it was clean as fuck. It's cleaner. The bathrooms are cleaner than any property on the Strip. Because you know that's the first thing I'm going to talk about when I look at a property, is how clean the bathrooms are. There wasn't a freaking speck of pee anywhere, and I went to 2 different bathrooms. One on the way out, one on the way in. Clean. That is so important to me, because I despise walking in pee in these freaking bathrooms. And Bellagio, as much as I love them, they're the worst. It's like a freaking river of pee in all their bathrooms. It's disgusting. And this place is a second. This is equally nasty. Not as bad, but pretty much up there. The freaking Rio, clean. Freshly mopped. There's a dude in there. It's like, I'm gonna get that little freaking speck of pee from that asshole. Okay, again, let me get back to the story. So I'm looking forward to eating my prime rib. That's all I was gonna have. It's just a big freaking horkin' £1.5 prime rib. So I'm on a quest to make it as close to what you would find in a restaurant, and how a restaurant gets a prime rib proper, or in an outdoor grill, which I have, but it's freaking 130 degrees out. I'm not doing that. And then stand in front of a hot grill, off on gold with that. All right, so how they get it so good is high heat and flame. Sears the outside, gives it the crust on the outside, but preserves the inside, doesn't touch the inside, so it's still red and juicy and delicious. That is so hard to replicate indoors without flame, and I do not have gas in my place. I have electric, which blows. However, I'm on a quest to see if I can figure that out. I mean, I've tried everything. I've turned on the thing up to high on the top, and I got a stainless steel pan, and I put the bacon grease in it, and this thing is giving off freaking heat. It's glowing. It's almost like white hot. It ain't even red hot. It's freaking white hot. I got the pan on there, smokes everywhere. I throw the steak, and I season it. It's still like it's cooked, but getting that crust. I don't want to go outside with the grill, because I could do that with the flame, flame broil. So I'm trying to replicate it without. So I come up with an idea. I'm like, my mom's used to cook these big old London broils like this, like 3, 4, 5 pounders. These ones are giant cows back in the day, but they were big ass London broils like that. And she used to season them and toss them in the broiler, which back in the day, again, the broiler was the draw underneath, And we had gas back then. So she put that in there, put that in the broiler, and it starts smelling in like 2 minutes. Oh my God, it's delicious. Smell like freaking Peter Luger's. She flip it over, bam, hit it again. And like, it starts rest it, put it in some aluminum foil, start cutting that up, and it's red and delicious and soft on the inside. It's got that crust on the, heaven, meat heaven, cow heaven. Hard to replicate with electric. So I come up with this idea. I covered the big juicy freaking ribeye with, and I bought it on sale for like $6 a pound. So it was good. So I'm ready to eat this thing. Cover it with olive oil. I season it. I massage it. It's ready to go. It's sitting in a Tupperware on the counter, room temperature. You never cook a steak from the freezer. That's a bozo no-no. You let it come down to room temperature, it ain't gonna kill you. It ain't a freaking chicken. Okay. So I mentioned this. Oh, so what I was gonna do was I'm gonna fire up the broiler, because the oven's got the broiler setting. It's got the element on the top, right? So you turn it on broil, and it starts radiating heat. So I'm like, I'm gonna put this tray as close to the top, and then I have like this stainless steel tray, and I put the meat on there, and I put it in there, and it's like this far what guys would call 8 inches, about that far, from the element. And I center it so that it's getting the maximum amount of element because it's doing like one of these on the top there. So I position it where it's getting the most exposure. So I'm all proud of myself. It's sizzling. It's like shh, and I see it like shh on the top. So I'm like, oh, so going back to Venus. So Venus says to me, I don't think that's a good idea because, you know, you might just catch fire. I'm like, well, it's kind of too late and...
See you later.
You leaving?
Yeah. This guy's over here. This guy's over here.
That was my bro. Gotta talk some business. Okay. So I'm watching this thing, right? Like peeking in, I'm putting on the light, it's like sizzling on the top. So then I'm like, all right, it's not getting brown, but it's getting cooked and the fat is getting a little like crispy looking. It's turning into like beef bacon. So I'm like, man, you know, something to it maybe. So I flip it over and I'm chilling. I have a plate on top of, no, what did I have? There was something on top of the oven. This metal thing with paint on it that I used part to cover the burners. You know, the things that cover the burners? I don't like looking at the burners. I keep them covered, you know, and it keeps them clean and whatever. I don't like cleaning shit. Because let me tell you, I'm going to get into the carnivore thing and another thing, but you got to clean a lot when you go carnivore. There's a reason for it. But anyway. Like, that is so necessary to carry a boom box. What is that, frickin' 1979? Anyway. So, it's not really doing what I wanted it to do, but I'm just like, I'll let it go a little bit. So this is in the kitchen, and then like the kitchen's like an L-shaped thing, and it's got like a bar, and I got stools around it. So I'm sitting on one of like the bar stools. Sometimes I just, for the most part, I eat standing up. It's just a quirk that I have. I like to eat standing up. It's just me, except when I'm eating steak. I sit down, because you can't cut steak sitting up. Okay, anyway. All of a sudden, like spontaneous combustion happens. Poof, I hear like poof coming from the oven, like a literal, all right, let me do it. Literally, that's what I heard. And I'm like, holy shit, there's a flame coming at, you know, like your oven, one of the things has a vent on it. There's fire coming out of that shit. And it's burning the freaking metal thing with the paint on it and whatnot. It's like a porcelain paint. It's turning black. The place is filling with smoke. I'm just like, holy shit. So, I know I gotta open the oven, right? And I don't have a fire extinguisher handy because I'm not usually like setting fires inside my place. So, I guess I should get a fire extinguisher. I know I have one somewhere, but, you know, whatever. I open the oven, and it's like, everything's on fire. The steak is on fire. The grease that's in the stainless steel pan is on fire more than the steak. So I pull it out. I got the thingy, the silicone thingy. I grab the thingy, and then I'm like, and then I took the thingy off, and I'm patting out the flames in the grease with my freaking hand because I don't feel much with my hands. They've been through so much. It's like, whatever. So I'm smacking out the freaking grit. So I put the fire out, right? Now, instead of being fire, it's smoke. Wow, smoke everywhere. And it's not like, because I guess there was never a fire in my oven, it's not like a normal smoke. It's like the black smoke. And it's everywhere. And then my smoke alarms start going off. The one in the hallway, the one right outside the kitchen, the one in the living room one didn't go off, but the one in the den went off. So I got 3 of them going off, and they're hardwired, so it's not like I could just freaking rip it off the wall and throw it in the toilet or something, you know? It's just like beep, 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 beep. It's freaking out. So I'm just like, oh man. I almost burnt my freaking house down. I hope the insurance company isn't listening, raise my rates and shit. But I guess I gotta get a fire extinguisher. So you were right, Venus. I should have listened. That's like one of those rare things in life where I just had to learn the hard way. That's what happened. And the aftermath of that. The aftermath is kind of nuts because it left like almost like a black soot all over, like underneath the cabinets. Like, okay, I got the above the, I got the, what do you call it? I got the microwave on top of the oven, like 99.9% of the world, well, America does, most, I don't know, whatever. That the bottom of that was all black because I put that on and try to suck it in and whatever. It's got a filter, and it goes up. So there's black soot everywhere. This metal thing with the ceramic freaking coating was on burnt up and stinking like, oh man. Like, it reminded me of that commercial, that company that always advertises when you have a fire, they come in and clean. I just felt like the whole freaking Vegas shake. That was weird. Or is that me? Maybe it's caffeine. Yeah, so I spent the rest of the night. No, I ate the ribeye. Did I eat the ribeye? Yes. Did it come out the way I wanted? No. But it wasn't charcoaled on the outside. It wasn't like, didn't give that nice grilled crust to it. But it was still red on the inside, even though the outside wasn't crust, whatever. So I just tore into that shit. I ate like most of it. I left the bone, and I left like the big piece of dark meat on the side. I'm gonna have that for a snack. I don't know what I'm gonna eat tonight. Then I proceeded to clean. I had to use like one of them freaking, scrubby things to get all the soot off everything, and yeah, it was pretty much a mess. And then I went and grabbed a HEPA filter for my cigar, because I smoke cigars in my office. So I got the HEPA filter. I brought it out into the kitchen, and it's like, it's like 3 feet tall, and it does this, and it's got the HEPA filters and whatever. And they're reusable, you wash them, blah, blah, blah. And just suck the smoke out, because I can't open the windows and the doors and all that other shit, because it's still 130 degrees out. So I couldn't do that, so the HEPA filter sucked it all up. My AC sucked the rest of it up, because my AC runs 24 hours a day in this heat. 24 hours. It struggles to keep it under 72. I got to put it on like 64 to get it down to 70. So it's running like a freak. So yeah, it sucked up the rest of it. Then I got this candle from Dillard's, at the Dillard's outlet, for like $10, and I put that out there because it's the most smelly candle ever. And when I got up this morning, it smelled like burnt paint everywhere. Didn't smell like steak or ribeye. It smelled like burnt paint. It was that one freaking metal thing with the paint on it that it didn't catch fire. It just like, it shriveled. It just went like it bubbled and shriveled and like released toxic freaking fumes and whatnot. But what a freaking disaster. That was a disaster. But the prime rib was pretty good. I just didn't get the crust out of it. So, Venus, next time you make a suggestion or tell me not to do something stupid, I won't. Not that I didn't trust you, but I felt like committed. I felt like so committed to doing that, because I remember when I was a kid, my moms used to throw the big-ass London broil in there. Not a little smoke, but nice smoke. Steakhouse smoke. Not freaking, holy shit, my place is burning down level smoke. So yeah. So cannot recommend that. So how else am I going to cook a proper indoor? Because I like my steaks thick. I mean, if I was going to cook a steak like, half an inch or whatever, that's different. Fry it in a pan with some bacon grease, done. But, I like them thick. That way you can get the rareness of the inside and the crunch of the outside. That juxtaposition of freaking texture and flavor, I love it. Freaking love it. So the quest continues. Smokeless indoor grill, bullshit. Don't work. Never gets hot enough. Might take some of the smoke out, but what's the point? It's hot because it runs on a coil. Anything that runs on a coil is going to unevenly heat, So, I don't know. As I look into the carnivore, because, carnivore is a cult. So when I'm looking into the carnivore cult thing, no, it's not. It's a proper way to eat, but it is kind of culty the way that people behave about it. Ooh, we're better than everyone. I hope I don't get like that. If I do, just, give me a good shot. I do recommend it, though. I highly recommend it, because things are changing for me so fast, body-wise, and the way I feel, and just everything. Life is, I've only been down for 2 weeks, and I feel different. I feel healthier. I feel more vibrant. I feel more something, I feel good. I mean, there's other things that don't feel so good as the body gets used to, using fat as a fuel, butter as a fuel source versus ice cream and frickin' chocolate syrup. I weigh the exact same, but my body composition is different. Like, I'm not even working out. I'm getting musculature, that I used to have back. Well, it was always there, but now it's more defined, like the layer of fat is off it. I don't know, whatever. Feel good. There's other things that I'm learning about it. However, don't put olive oil on your steaks and expect them to broil. I'm trying to figure out a way. Yeah, next time. Yeah, I know. You're right. I'm going to look at the chat in a second. But I just don't feel like, then standing in front of the grill, I don't have heat tolerance like a normal person, Because I got that H131 gene, the Nordic gene that makes us resistant to cold, but it makes us hypersensitive to this shit. Yeah. I guess I could, but I just... I just dread it. If that's what I have to do, that's what I have to do. But holy cow, never again with that. I still have somehow, how the oven door, and this is a relatively new oven, it's only like 7 years old or whatever it is. Which, might not be new by some people's standards, but it's new by my standards. Well, relatively new. It's not freaking 30 years old. You know how, like, it has the glass window in it? Somehow, she taking pictures of me? Hey, I don't give you permission to film me. Somehow, some way, that black freaking sooty-ass smoke got in between the oven door's like this thick. It's got one piece of glass on this side, it's got another piece of glass on this side, and you can see through it, but this one, the other one, the outer one has the smoke somehow got in there and just effed it up. It's just like blacked out now, with sooty looking stuff. Grease or flame, whatever the hell did it. So now I gotta take apart the oven door. I found out there's 4 screws. They look like standard, I think 1/8-inch Allen. So I'm going to go in the toolbox, take that shit apart, clean it. I'll probably have to buy a new seal and whatever, but wow. It's a freaking project. There's a lot to go through to learn something the hard way. But Venus tried to spare me. I guess I could have still cooked it in the pan, but I just was committed. I'm a very committed person. Once I set my mind to doing something, I'm going to do it. I did. You know what had been messed up though? Okay, being that it was like 11 o'clock, and I did all the, I did the internet thing, because, after a live stream, you got to do this and that, and put the end screen on, and, do all the bullshit. It's just when I do a live stream, there's like an hour of work before and like 45 minutes of work after. It's not just like press a button, live stream done. It's work, So for an hour live stream, it's actually 2 hours worth of work, not more. Anyway, if it was like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and I was still doing shit, that whole thing could have gone a lot different. The fact that it was 11 and I was waiting to eat that thing, and I was kind of like, I had my mind on it and I didn't stray too far. I was able to like deal with it quicker, and as quick as I dealt with it, it was still kind of a clusterfuck, If it was like 9 o'clock and I got lost in front of the computer, reading about freaking, whatever, dividend funds or, whatever, or doing work, of course, could have been a lot different. Because you know what? I do have 2 hand towels hanging from the handle of the oven. I think I'm going to change that too. Because it's just convenient. One's for like wiping my hand, one's for like cleaning. And like at the end of the day, that one goes, but the other one's just for drying my hands, so I cycle them through. And some of them are the ones Jim West has given me, so I had to keep a beautiful one and like a schmata, not an ugly one, in case people come over. Has anyone seen Jim West? I haven't seen Jim West in a while. Jim, if you're out there, bro, hit me up. I don't think I've seen your name in there in like 2 weeks or so. I'm gonna check on it. Anyway. Things could have gone, if I would have went down a rabbit hole of something else, things could have ended up a lot different. Maybe them towels would have went poof, and I don't know, fell on the floor, and then the floor, da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, that could have ended up a whole lot different. The fact that I was basically standing there when it went is, it was just like spontaneous combustion. I think once the oil wasn't what set it off. It was once the oil and the fat was starting to render out is the fat that I think went poof. And the oil, of course. But I don't think it would have happened if it wasn't for the oil. So yeah, that story could have been a whole lot different. It would have been like me in a tent waiting for the dude from Allstate, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Don't do that, peoples. Listen to Venus. Venus knows. Alright, now I'm going to read the chat. So all you people can scold me and tell me how stupid that was. It was. Go ahead, scold me. So that's my story. I found some Brussels sprouts in the bottom of my refrigerator. I gotta eat them. Yeah, if I was multitasking some shit, I would have been like, it did take, those smoke detectors still took a minute. It wasn't until it got thick, the smoke, maybe it took a minute before they went off. But they did go off, but a lot could happen in a minute. A balanced diet with whole foods, avoiding processed foods, and limiting, that totally makes sense. It's just that, what else is there besides meat that's worth eating? Vegetables? What else are you gonna eat? I'm trying to think. Like pasta? Okay, I love pasta, rice, beans. I love all that shit. I had to get rid of it because it is eating sugar. Any way you cut it, carbs is sugar. Your body doesn't need carbs, ever. Your body just doesn't need carbs. There's a small part of your brain, I think your thalamus or something like that, needs some carbohydrates to function. The rest of your brain runs on fat. It does need some carbohydrates. However, you got this thing called a liver that creates carbohydrates, creates glucose from its stores, and it feeds it directly to it. That's what the liver's for. But most of us have fatty ass livers that don't do that shit anymore. But anyway, that's what I got off track before. What about our Instapot? this is the thing. I was starting to talk about the carnivore community. It seems to be a thing that a lot of people use air fryers, like straight up freaking air fryers, and I'm looking at their steaks going, that's what I want. But at the same time, I hear that air fryers are like, they toss all the freaking, these people sit, all the seats they could have sat down right next to me. I don't get that. Maybe they want to shout me out. Maybe they're like, hey, you doing? But I don't think so. Like, why next to me? What was that important? Anyway. Yeah, supposedly air fryers poison you. Like the heat running through because they use the cheapest metal. They're not using stainless steel. They're using like aluminum alloys with God knows freaking what type of metal in there. So as it gets hot, it's freaking tossing like metals into your food and shit, you know? Like some people say that that's like a huge cause of autism in children. So I don't know. What up, Anthony? All the way from the UK, brother. Yeah, the towel on the oven door is supposed to be for show. It would have been a show if that shit would have caught fire. Would have been. So I had like the 4th of July inside my house. Yeah, I know, Jim. Venus knows. Canola oil is good. I'm trying to get away from all vegetable-based oils or nut-based oils and just go with olive oil. And, well, now I'm just going with, I have like 1 tub of tallow, which is beef cow juice, cow fat, and I have another container with nothing but bacon fat. And it's in the freezer, and I just scoop it out, pop, good to go. I'm trying to get away from oils in and of itself because, I mean, you know that I told everyone the story. The seed oils, their origin was they're a lubricant for farm equipment. That's why they invented seed oils. And then some dumbass ran out of some frickin' his bacon grease. He's like, hey Bob, we got some of that farm lubricant. We can fry our chicken in that. And that's that's how it started. So technically it's poison. It's so bad for you. It's so bad for you. A good halon extinguisher would be good to have. Yeah, I'm going to... potatoes. Oh my god, potatoes are so bad for you. Starch. Oh. You might as well just eat sugar. It's the same net effect on your body. Tubers. Oh, terrible. But you do you, I'll do me. Yeah, meat and potatoes. Yeah, I mean, I used to be that guy, but I think different of it now. Yeah, well, my oven the inside of my oven caught on fire, not the entire kitchen. Thank God. Thank God. Laren, how you doing? I saw your pictures. You had fun yesterday. Yeah, I gotta look for I gotta Amazon me up a fire extinguisher. I should have that. I wish I could eat chocolate. I wish I could eat chocolate again. Hold on, I gotta check something. Just bear with me a second. Alright, we're good. Okay, so.
The fastest way would be use it after.
Now, the cramping with style.
If you take the doors out, the side off will take you to the right. Just keep following the right.
Okay, what the hell are we talking about? Yeah, I should go with an ABC. Avocados. I really can't eat avocado. Like, I'm learning so much about my body. Meat is such a dense, nutrient-dense food source that my body's just like, it's telling me what it wants now, It's so dense, nutritionally. It's got like every vitamin, every freaking mineral in there, practically, that your body needs. I mean, it's a perfect, meat is the perfect food, Okay, cows can play ball with you or whatever, but, whatever. If I gotta go out and like pew-pew with deer, I'm gonna eat him too. But anyway, I can't eat avocados. It's too much potassium. My body just is not down with a lot of potassium. Lard is good. Coconut oil is good. Coconut, but see, I like bacon grease, fat, whatever, because it adds flavor, you know? But coconut oil, I've tried that. It doesn't add flavor. So when I want something a little more neutral, yeah, tell her zip it. Zip it, lady. So you're right about that. Yeah, I gotta get some type of mini frickin'. But I put it out, it wasn't like a big fire, it was just the way it went off. Like, I made that. Why is my phone overheating? Oh, because it's also recording at 4K. I don't want to see myself in 4K. I forgot to take it off 4K. I forgot to take it off, record everything in 4K, so it's getting a little hot. It's not too bad. Anyway, yeah, butter all over. Yeah, I'm all about the butter. Don't forget your fiber. You don't want to be that guy who's 28. Yeah, I do. I add one of my things, like I was showing the other day, just to make sure I keep my cholesterol in check. But I'm not afraid of cholesterol. Cholesterol is kind of like you know, like, you don't really have to worry about your cholesterol, in my opinion. I'm not a doctor, until it's over 300. Everywhere else in the world, besides the United States, considers plus 300. Now we should start thinking about something. It's only in America because the drug companies want to put you on some shit that it's, oh, you're over 180, oh my God. More people die of low cholesterol than high cholesterol. Proven fact. Proven fact if you go and research that. I'm not pointing at anyone specific, just saying. So yeah, I'm not really that worried about the cholesterol, but I do take fiber supplements still. I showed that one on the Raw and Uncensored, HeyBrorFredrik.com. I showed you what I take for the fiber. I take the 3 grams soluble, insoluble, Equate, Walmart's own brand. It's flavorless. I put it in, you know, I try to drink water every day. You know, what? Don't overdo the water either. That's another freaking myth. Stay hydrated. No, drink. When you're thirsty, drink something. Don't just drink shit for the sake of drinking shit. That's kind of dumb and putting too much pressure on your kidneys. But I digress. I'm always digressing. My digressions are the most fun. If someone would take notes of my digression, I'd write a freaking book. I just digressed again. Some caffeine out of my mind. And I love it. I want more. More caffeine. Look at that. It's still like ink. Look at that. I love it. Vegetables are your enemy. Vegetables hate you. Okay. I wasn't going to talk about, I'm not going to go into depth. Cruciferous vegetables. Oh, if you're on the carnivore diet, you gotta eat cruciferous vegetables. And you know, like, what is that? Broccoli, spinach, all that type of shit, right? No. Not good for you. Because cruciferous vegetables are basically man-made. You know, they're not natural. Broccoli is not freaking natural. Someone came up with that shit, right? Okay. All vegetables and lettuces and all this other shit. And see, I'm kind of fortunate because having Nordic ancestry, we didn't eat that crap anyway for the most part. So, you know, my body doesn't handle it anyway. So it's easy for me not to eat it. However, all plants, especially plants that humans cultivate and humans like to eat, have a natural defense system, a defense mechanism built into them, that they create a toxin within themselves and release it because they do not like getting eaten, not by us, but by insects and bugs and locusts and whatever eat freaking plants, right? So they create their own biotoxin. Every plant, especially the stuff that humans eat, creates a biotoxin to protect itself from being eaten by bugs and shit. And as we genetically modify these things, it's getting worse. There's so much like almost a neurotoxin, especially in cruciferous shit, that like the likes of Dr. Berg and all these other fucking assholes are telling you to eat is wrong advice. Kale, that has a ton of crap in it. Yes, it has vitamin K. Yes, it's rich in potassium. Yes, it's da-da-da-da-da. Net carbs is bullshit. Just get rid of that idea. Total carbs, cool. Anyway, spinach, kale, broccoli, all that cruciferous stuff. It's got so many like neurotoxins built up inside of it, not in huge quantities. Not in like, oh my god, you eat some kale and you freaking pass out. It's not like that, but it's an effect over time. So if you're making a habit of eating your greens, eat your leafy greens, you're slowly poisoning yourself because you're eating the natural defense mechanism of that plant, which is a neurotoxin. And nobody freaking talks about this. Everyone's pimping that shit like they want the freaking cruciferous to work the corner for them. What vested interest do people have in telling people to eat this shit? It didn't exist in nature. Someone came up with that shit. Someone was like, oh, let's make some broccoli. It's not a natural thing. It's a plant. And the plant's just like, I forgot we're not on Raw and Uncensored. The plant is just like, excuse me, kind sir, I prefer not to be eaten. If you continue to eat me, I'm going to keep continuing to release neurotoxins. And you will eventually get psoriasis, inflammation of the joints, shitty brain health. Over time, eliminate the cruciferous stuff, especially the cruciferous stuff. If you don't know what that is, Google it. I'm not going to explain it now. Watch how good you feel in about 2 weeks. Watch your skin issues clear up. Watch your joint swelling go away. When you stop consuming natural neurotoxin from plants. Well, I gotta keep it polite for freaking YT. Green beans is actually lower on the neurotoxin than broccoli is. So that's a good thing. Even the organic stuff, because a plant is a plant is a plant. I mean, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, I just study. If I'm not studying something, I'm asleep. If I'm not studying something, I'm asleep. That's all I do is study shit. You know, if I have the bandwidth and I'm not focusing on the task at hand, I'm studying something. Now, I'm not afraid to say when that I'm wrong either. Like, as I'm going down this journey, I've been finding out some stuff that might not have been accurate because my body went, like, because I'm on just pure freaking meat, cheese, like a pound of bacon a day, and I feel freaking great. And I'm taking plant stanins to, just make sure the cholesterol is still cool. But I fucking hit. I'm not quite a great fan of doctors. I would probably rather die than go to a hospital. It's YT, I forget. But I am gonna do a blood panel when all this is said and done. I mean, just for like things like cholesterol. My freaking sugar, I was waking up at like, I've been plagued with like low blood sugar. When I work out all the time, back in the day, I used to be plagued by low blood sugar, hypoglycemia. And I managed it and whatnot, but, since I stopped working out, because I couldn't, because the shoulders, jacked up. I mean, I still keep active, but I'm not like lifting, I'm not squatting 405 anymore every single day. So, it crept up there. the sugar crept up there, you know? So I was like waking up like 105, you know, whatever, which, you know, the experts say anything over like 99 is whatever, you know. I was waking up like that. And I started taking it like 5 times a day to, you know, my sugar, like I beat the crap out of my 4 fingertips 5 times a day for like a week because I wanted to see what was what and how things affected my sugar and whatnot. Now I wake up like 82, you know, 82 every day. I eat a meal, it goes up to like 94, you know, it's just coasting along, you know. So I don't have to worry, I'm not pricking my fingers anymore. Maybe I'll do it like once a week just to see, because I don't want to go too low. Because I'm prone to going lower than I am to going higher. So yeah. So I'm eating this nutrient-dense cow. Cow is it's the perfect food. It's the perfect food. And you know what? Why is Bill Bates saying we have to remove all cows from the planet and start eating bugs? Because we were designed, our bodies, biologically, molecularly, every aspect of it, we're designed to eat, and we are carnivores. Our body is designed to consume meat. Meat heals arthritis. Meat heals depression. Meat heals all your shits. Meat is so freaking vital to you. But I'm going to be a vegetarian. How can I be fat? I don't know. Explain that to me. And I'm not. And I eat fat. Maybe I know something? Anyway, I digress. And how come people eat only vegetables? Get a little like cuckoo. How come they're the ones out there causing a whole lot of problem and a whole bunch of stink in the world right now? Acting like a little stunad, you know? Maybe there's something to that. Anyway, it's all the biotoxins from that frickin' kale they're eating. But it's nutrient dense. It's the 7, maybe it's the 7 frickin' stomachs that the cow has and whatnot. So it's like, I'd rather have my food processed by a cow than a frickin' factory, you know? I'm done with eating that shit, but my body is changing. I have not cut out corn, potatoes, or rice, mainly because my body is still recovering, cutting out things. Yeah, but you got. I mean, if your body is total, like I said, I'm still going through a little bit of, you know, getting the body to recognize fat as a fuel source instead of sugar, which carbs is sugar. You know, any way you cut it, sugar, carbs, interchangeable. Especially starches like, you know, rice and potatoes. It's sugar. Any way you cut it. It takes a while to make that transition. You could go through some withdrawals. You could get migraines as a thing. I went through some stuff. I went through some like brain foggy type stuff. Like, why am I in this room? You know, I did that a few times. But now my body, I think, is learning that, you know, we're living on bacon now, bro. So we good. I mean, I literally have a freaking quarter stick of butter every day. I leave it out on my counter, and there's a spoon in it. And I just walk by and it's like, and it's delicious. Oh, but butter's so bad for you. Ugh. You know, and that's why Bill Bates wants to freaking get rid of cows. Because they know the healing properties of meat. Not chicken per se, but, you know, chicken, fish, half beef. They know the healing properties of it. It's been scientifically proven. That's why they've been bad-mouthing this shit for years and years and years and years. Bastards, because they want you taking a freaking pill that you have to pay for. Why do you think that they're making it expensive? Why do you think all the processing plants are going on fire? Why do you think even the environmentalists, cow farts, a freaking global warming is from cow farts? Why do you think they're doing that? Do you trust anything that experts say? Seriously? You don't know better by now? that they're even the environmentalists are like telling you not to eat freaking cows because their farts are killing the world. Meanwhile, we had a freaking an eruption. I forgot where, a volcanic eruption that put so much CO2 into the air that you'd need like 1 trillion cows to fart at the same time to do the equivalent of that. And then some, for like a month straight. They don't want you healthy. Oh, but the government loves me. Do they? No, you're a customer. Their news, you're a customer of their news. You're a customer of their drugs and pharmaceuticals. You're a customer and a participant in their wars. They don't give a shit about you. Just saying. Alright, let's get back to it. No, we're not at Mandalay Bay. We're at Caesars. Well, Forum Shops, True Bar. These people next to me are probably like, what the actual F is he talking about? But I'm dropping freaking valuable knowledge on you. I hope he's paying attention. I hope you even give a shit. And if you don't, all I can do is tell you about me. Let me drop some parts out there. Bunk. Mayonnaise is good stuff. I'm gonna start making my own. I'm gonna fire up my NutriBullet, make my own damn shit, because I don't want the preservatives that they put in it. That's the only downside. So I'm gonna make a video. I'm probably not gonna put it up here because YouTube doesn't give a shit unless I'm talking about the 5 best places to eat shrimp. YouTube's like, whatever. Stay in your lane, bro. My lane's over here. The real lane. If you want to get into depth like this, times 10. BrorFredrik.com. It's like $15 a month, a little less. Could be as low as 12. Whatever. However, never mind. I gotta be careful. Okay, need to make another daiquiri. Yeah. Dr. FTLA, that's the truth. These people are like, what the hell? What about, not Roy, I'm trying to catch up with Saskatchewan. How you doing, Regina? But yeah, I'll probably put up that video of the changes that I've noticed, the pros, because I've only been doing this 2 weeks, and I'm already seeing, like, interesting changes. It's also making me like, I'm gonna do this whole like cleanse routine, then I'm gonna start working out again, get that freaking cool 6-pack going. I'll probably do a video soon, probably put it over there of the things that I've noticed, the pros, the cons, but I'm only 2 weeks in, but it's been an interesting road. You know what? If you put onions in the refrigerator, they turn like freaking poison. You're not supposed to put onions in the refrigerator, ever. Like, even when you cut them. I don't know who started that. Like, you cut an onion, don't put it in your refrigerator. Talk about some neurotoxin. People have illnesses and conditions and various things that are wrong with them, ailments and allergies. 90% of them, in my opinion, I'm not a freaking doctor, are all food related. But you're just like, I'd rather have psoriasis than give up this. I'd rather take a pill from the pharmaceutical company than give up that. Okay. You do you. Well, what can I tell you? Does all the meat back me up? Okay, that's an interesting one. I've noticed changes there. Like, okay. Alright. Fair question. Fair game. No. Actually, I am equally regular. Probably once, and here's the kicker. It's never in the morning. It's never like I wake up, you know what coffee does? That first cup of coffee, and then you just like, you know, time to go lay some cable, you know, type of thing. Nope, not anymore. It doesn't, it's like that urge isn't like, it's usually once a day, midday. So I gotta be careful with the midday, because, you know, I do not go outside of my own home. It's just a thing. But, you know, I try to avoid it whenever possible, unless it's like a hotel room per se, but there's no wood, and I don't believe I'm knocking on wood, but if I did, I'd knock on wood that it's probably been decades since I used a public bathroom to number 2, you know? But anyway, and consistent, I mean, how do I describe this? How do I talk about this? Consistently normal, and no problem, no strain, no pain, no loose, not rocks, not loose, just like all good. Like before, well, we'll talk about it, F it. Before, when I was just like eating whatever I wanted, and I still could eat whatever I want, this whole thing started because I had candida condition from my surgery from taking antibiotics. A few new people out there. And it led me down, there's a whole rabbit hole based on that. It used to be inconsistent depending on what I had the day before. Like, I used to eat, I mean, granted, it was my own homemade ice cream. Now I gotta find like how to do it keto-wise or whatever. I would eat a giant bowl of ice cream, cover it in chocolate syrup, throw a giant spoon of peanut butter in it, natural peanut butter, but peanut butter nonetheless. That's good 1,000 calories. You hear that drum? That's coming from outside. That's ridiculous. Anyway, right before I went to sleep, there's nothing wrong with eating before you go to bed. That's another freaking myth, you know? That's fine. But if you're eating shit and carbs, that's bad. So I used to pound that, you know, 1,000, I could eat tons of calories. That's not an issue. You know, and then like the morning after the coffee, you know, it wouldn't be quite the same as if like I ate a giant salad before bed. You know, like, so depending on what I ate would depend on, it was like crapshoot, literally. You know, you never know what you'd get. I mean, I hate to be like gross, but I think there's valuable information. I'm glad you kind of brought that up. It was always a crapshoot. He said crapshoot. Pun intended. No pun intended. However, now it's not. Now it's just like predictable. Once they're done, you know. I can't describe it. I could talk more about it over here. But I'm not going to say what I really want to say here. But yeah, definitely more consistent, no problems, you know, in that category whatsoever. Always drop off the kids at the pool first thing in the morning. What are you talking about? So the other man, I just have a problem. I mean, if I had to, I would get like, you know, 1,000 freaking napkins and wallpaper and that shit, but thank God. It's all about timing. Well, I mean, Double Eagle, not Whole Foods, like fruits are pure sugar. Any way you cut it, fruits are sugar. So how do you eliminate sugar and still eat fruit? See, I'll challenge this, because I'm studying this stuff. How can you justify eating fruit with just fructose and keeping your sugar lower? One apple is equivalent to drinking a soda. Your body doesn't read labels. Your body doesn't give a shit. Your body's not just like, oh, this is a whole food. I'll do this better than a Pepsi. Body doesn't give a shit. Body ain't reading labels. So you can eat an apple or an orange, and it's giving you the same blood sugar spike as if you drank a soda. Your body doesn't give a shit, you know? How's the body smart enough to know the difference? It doesn't. carb is a carb is a carb is a carb. Sugar is sugar is sugar is sugar. The source is irrelevant, you know? So yeah, fruits are really bad for you. You know, fruit juice? Holy shit. You wanna show me a fruitarian who's got normal blood sugar. No, they're probably all pre-diabetic or type 2 diabetes already, which is reversible. But, you know, you want to go blind because you like eating berries and shit, you know? Who you pointing at? Fruits, I mean, you could eat occasional berries once in a while because they got some fiber, but then it's that whole other myth of net carbs. Ooh, net carbs, you subtract the fiber from the bullshit. Bullshit. I call bullshit on that. Whoever came up with marketing, that is marketing. Ooh, 0 net carbs. How does fiber remove carbs? It's bullshit. But I digress. I love digressing. I don't see any justification for fruit whatsoever. Because it's sugar. Anyway, you cannot eliminate sugar. All right, I'm not going to put sugar in my coffee, but I'll eat extra oranges. Might as well just enjoy the coffee. It's the same thing. Your body does not care whether it's sugar, whether refined or not. Your body doesn't give a shit. Now, high fructose corn syrup, that's almost deadly. That shit is freaking deadly, and it's in everything. You know? Barbecue sauce, all the delicious shit. It's cheap, and it's so highly refined, your body does not have to process it, so it goes right into your freaking blood. F's you up. Vegetables, I already explained that. I mean, here's the thing. I used to think certain ways about food and eating, too, because I was just going by what I heard, what I thought. Now I'm researching shit. If you research it, like, don't go by what you think. Oh, fruits and vegetables are healthy. Who said that? Who frickin' said that? The food pyramid? Who's telling you to eat 300 carbs a day? And no meat, no eggs? Do you know that eggs protect your brain? Oh no, don't eat them eggs. They don't want you eating no eggs. Because they want you fucking stupid. Eggs protect your brain. But they don't want, they demonized them. Oh, because they want you freaking stupid. They want you stupid and compliant and putting shit over your face because they said so. So don't eat your eggs. I don't know. Eggs are freaking great for you. Yeah, you'll have a cholesterol spike, but it's not a big freaking deal. Woo. Yeah, kale is pretty freaking bad for you. Kale is pretty bad for you. Yeah, I mean, Tom, fruit is horrible for you. Starchy shit, tubers, rice, beans, lentils, all that shit is just sugar. It's just sugar. Yeah, fruit, fruit because it's natural. Is it really natural when they're spraying shit all over the trees? Is it really natural when they're putting all sorts of shit in the ground? Is it really natural when even in the... Alright, now I'm gonna F you up. Now I'm gonna F people's up. I mean, let me get ready to just mess some people's brains up right now. But I love you guys. This is why I'm doing it. Let me finish this, like, highly caffeinated beverage. Okay, half of it. I need a little more juice for later. Oh, that's good. Oh, you're in the produce section. Oh, you're at Whole Foods. You're at Trader Joe's. You're at Walmart. Whatever frickin' section, whatever. It's beautiful. You're at Smith's. They put their shit in pyramids. And I watch the dudes. They got like a green pepper, and they're just like... They're treating this shit like gold, right? And of course they like gold too. Here's the problem. You know when the misters come on, comes out of the top and mist your vegetables that you think are so healthy for you? Oh, it's so good, yeah. It's a preservative. If you went behind the scenes, and I have, I couldn't take pictures, but I ain't a liar either. There's a freaking container back there that all those misters are sucking at them, and it's an antifungal and a preservative mixed with water, and they're spraying it all over the shit that you're eating. Research. If you don't believe me, if you think I'm full of shit, research it. Prove me wrong. I would love for you to prove me wrong. I'm not challenging you because I'm an asshole. I just want you to do your own research and figure it out for yourself. Yeah, this spray. Oh, but we wash it. I wash it off. Do you? Do you wash it off? Okay, let me tell you something. If you take that pepper, and if it's got a stem on it, right? And I cut the stem off with my razor sharp knife, and I put the stem in water, it'll stay alive, even though it's already harvested. Plants will continue to absorb water. That's why they spray it. What do you think they spray it? Because it keeps it alive and keeps it fresh. If it was only water that they were spraying on the stuff, all right, I get it. You take parsley, you snip the bottom, just like roses. When you ladies get roses, you gotta cut the bottom to expose the veins again. You put it in water, it stays alive. Same thing with parsley. Same thing with all frickin' things that we people used to eat, or I used to eat. It stays alive. Now they're adding preservatives, antifungals, antibacteria shit, and it started. Remember the whole romaine lettuce scare? Oh my God, romaine lettuce! Oh, mark me safe from the romaine lettuce scare of 2020 or whatever the frick it was. They started upping the amount of shit that they're spraying onto the food as they're waiting to buy it. Plus, it increases their shelf life, so they don't have to toss it out. So you can buy it. So that's what you're eating. When you're eating your healthy vegetables, because I'm a vegan, or I'm just, I'm eating a good balanced diet, of fruit and vegetables and meat and whatever. This is what you're eating. You're eating frickin' antifungal, antibacteria. You're eating antibiotic, whatever the hell that's called. Wax and shit. Tell me how that's healthy, unless you're growing your own. Cool. I grew up growing vegetables. I was in charge of peppers and tomatoes and carrots. I had like my mini farm, I was like Farmer Bror. Yeah. That's what you eat. Oh, but hey, Bror Fredrik, cows, you gotta eat organic meat. I'm getting to that, Eventually I'll get to that. But for now, I gotta trust that my body's handling this shit for me. But I'll tell you what, I trust a cow much more than I trust a pig, much more than I trust a cruciferous vegetable, much more than I trust the shit comes in a box. If your food comes in a box, you shouldn't be eating it. If your food has like ingredients on a label, you shouldn't be eating that shit. Oh, phosphorus number 40? Hey kids, dinner's ready. You're like, I don't even understand how parents could feed that shit to their kids. Isn't that like, I don't know. I don't want to judge because I never had kids, but yes, cooking takes time. I spend a lot of more time in the kitchen, but I'm learning to make like more than I need if I'm gonna set out to cook and clean and shit, but is what it is. But as a parent, how could you give your kids shit that has numbers in it? Isn't that as bad as leaving your kid in a hot car? How is that not? You just killing them slow instead of killing them fast? How come, autism rates are like 1 in 30 now. I don't know. You eat Spam, I'm sure it's killing me, but you don't care. Your kids might care. Your husband might care. I'll challenge that notion. Your kids and your husband probably care how healthy you are. Even if you don't, they don't want to see you sick. They don't want to visit you in the hospital. They don't want to make decisions whether they should pull the plug on you or not. Why put the burden on the family? That's all I'm saying. But Venus, even if you wash the vegetables, it doesn't matter because it's absorbing that shit. That was my point of that whole thing. It's going to continue to absorb whatever's being sprayed on it. You can't wash the inside, so on a cellular level, that shit's in there. Yikes. Yeah, wash everything. So important. Yeah, vegetable oil is like I was saying in the beginning, you're 100% correct. All seed oils and vegetable oils and canola oils, all that shit was lubricant for the farm industry in the 1900s. They used to lubricate tractors with freaking vegetable oil. And then they were like, the big companies were not satisfied with the profit they were making. They're just like, let's tell housewives this is better than lard. Lard bad. Lard bad. Ooh, they demonize what's good for you so they can market what's bad for you. Have you not figured that out yet, people? Let's think about all the food that's demonized. Beef, eggs, fat. It's all demonized. Even the environmentalists, it's a big collusion to demonize what's good for you so they can market to you what's bad for you. We haven't figured that out yet? It was a freaking farming lubricant. And then they were just like, let's get these assholes to start freaking cooking with it. Let's put it in salad dressing. Knowing too much stuff can suck. Anyway, I like watching the spikes in viewership as I touch nerves with people. I find that the most interesting part of this whole thing, the social dynamic of the things that I'm saying with the corresponding like spikes and whatever. It's kind of cool. Balance of nature pills, life in a bottle, good to take. I'll look into it. I will look into it. But you can play, I think I know your response, but you can play pickleball at 80 plus. I will look into it. I don't know exactly, Tom and Roe. I don't know exactly what's in there. But this is what I can tell you. You know how big a proponent I was of supplementation. I've been supplementing with Alright. I showed this picture to someone earlier today. What time is it? 7:35? We're doing good on time. I showed this picture to someone today. This is what's left of my vitamin shelf. Alright, let me turn this around real quick. This is about 75% of what I used to get down with. I got the fiber there, the alpha, the fish oils, I still do the cholesterol, the vitamin D, the iron. These are like 7 different kinds of bees, that cinnamon in the back, all the shit. And that cabinet was out to the edge with stuff that I've been getting rid of. So you know I was a proponent of supplementation. However, let me turn this around. Wait, whoa. However, what I've been finding out is if you're eating nutritiously dense, packed food such as cows, beef, fat, bacon. I'm gonna make my own bacon. So everyone's worried about the processing, the nitrate. So am I. Don't get me wrong. But at the Asian market, the Asian 99 market, you know, in Chinatown, you can buy just straight up pork belly, and I'll make my own bacon. So just pump the brakes on that one. I know the deal. So I'm gonna make my own mayonnaise too. Anyway, once you're eating such nutrient-dense meals, such as cow, it has everything you need. Like, Google, what is the nutritional value of cow, beef? And the list is endless. It's got vitamin A's, B's, C's, D's, K's, iron, magnesium, potassium. It's got everything. It's got everything on that freaking shelf in it. So, as I consume more and making it part of like a regular thing, my body is just like, don't be freaking pumping them supplements. There is such a thing as over supplementation. So if you're getting your nutrients naturally, if you're getting your vitamin D from the sun, there's no need to really take it. If you're getting your potassium from your meat, there's no reason to be taking it. Like, there's no reason, because you're putting an extra burden on your kidneys and your liver to take supplements. Oh, but they're natural. Pump the brakes. There is such thing as taking too much, you know? So if you're supplementing just for the sake thereof, you should only be supplementing when you have a deficiency. If you have a deficiency because of how you eat or what you eat or your lifestyle, take care of it. Deal with that deficiency. If you never go outside, you might need more vitamin D, you know? But if you spend anything more than a half hour in the sun every day, you don't need vitamin C. You might need to boost to the level where you need to be on occasion, but why hit your body and cause your, you can't play around with Mother Nature. If you're getting the shit from Mother Nature, there's no reason to continue to pump more in. All you're doing is making your kidneys work. Okay, your pee, you drink this drink or you take this pill and your pee is fucking, your urine is phosphorescent, sir. If your urine is phosphorescent, that ain't a good sign. That means you're over supplementing. If your body isn't absorbing it and it's making your pee glow because of all the stuff that your kidneys are trying to filter out that you popped in because you heard a freaking YouTube video, time to rethink that. That's all I'm saying. So if you're taking this supplement, whatever, Nature's freaking Cure, 80 Pickleball, whatever it is, and you're peeing phosphorescent an hour later, you probably don't need it. You probably don't need it, you know? Or once, maybe you do need it. But clean up your diet, clean up what you're originally eating and then see if you still need it. Don't take it just like people think you could just like, all right, I'm gonna take this pill and still continue my screwed up ways of eating. I'm gonna do this, but I'm still gonna try to get away with that. I'm gonna change this, but I'm gonna cheat over here because I'm taking this. That's not sustainable. That is not sustainable. Yeah, I mean, I know someone who ended up in the hospital for accidentally taking 2 zinc pills based on body weight. It was like 100 milligrams. Ended up in the hospital. I still take zinc, but now there's zinc in freaking cow. I don't have to take it anymore. Why bother? From a financial standpoint and from a let's preserve our freaking kidneys standpoint. Why bother? I'm getting it all. I'm getting all that I need from my diet. So supplementation, I'll still cover supplements because, you know, a lot of you probably need supplementation because you're not getting it. So yeah, I mean, I went through the whole freaking thing over the face, whatever. Pure blood. Zinc. I was taking all the supplements or whatever, but that's before I learned that I could eat delicious cow and get what I need anyway. Yeah, Eve, you're just peeing it out. And especially, like I said, if you're peeing phosphorescent, you know, it's glowing in the dark, your lights are out in the bathroom, you can see your pee, or it shows up it shows up on your Olight UV. you back off, pump the brakes. Fix your diet. You know, over supplementation, I mean, just because it's natural, don't mean shit. Dr. Bird talks a lot of shit, you know? Pump the brakes on him. Turmeric is great for inflammation, absolutely. I take absolutely nothing, no supplements, no prescription drugs. Good. Good. I mean, I still, like I said, I took aspirin and ibuprofen for years. You know how whack that makes your system? It throws off your whole electrolyte balance. Your potassium, magnesium, and calcium is just like, duh, what do we do now? You know, you're interfering with the electric. We're electric. We run on electric. Or we have internal electric mechanisms, you know? It's like a circle. Potassium, calcium, vitamin D. It creates an electrical reaction like a freaking car battery, you know? When you start throwing too much NSAIDs, however you pronounce that, you jack that cycle up. And I did that for years. But ever since I started taking collagen, I backed off. And now, I still used to get the occasional stress headache from like wanting to, like, how can you be so stupid, you know? Like work-related stuff, dealing with idiots. I'd still get like a tension headache. Those have gone away. I can't even remember the last time I had a headache since I started eating just meat. I never get headaches anymore. I used to get them like once every 2 or 3 days and eat some freaking aspirin. Big difference. And taking aspirin and all that bullshit, Aleve and all that, F's you up, long-term and short-term. Because it interferes with that electric cycle. But I'm not a doctor. So don't take advice from me. What the hell do I know? I just read a lot. I'm just telling you what I do. You do you. I gotta toss that in once in a while. Da-da-da-da-da. Beef is the best. It's the same thing when I like reading your comments too. Yeah, some expensive. Yeah, turmeric is good. Curcumin, yeah, that's good. That's really, really good for you. That is one thing that's good for you. You can't get enough naturally per se. It's not it's an herb. You can still overdo it, but it's an herb. I'm not like herbs. I just started taking mullein leaf or whatever, because I'm doing like a cleanse. I want to clean my lungs out and shit. I want to clean my kidneys out, and I'm gonna clean my liver out. So I'm doing like this cleanse. I'm not turning into a freaking hippie. I'm not putting my hair in a man bun, so chill. But I just want to, if I'm going to do this, I might as well just clean everything out, you know? So that mullein stuff, holy cow. It's like an expectorant, and it just like brings crap up. You're like, oh, I remember when I swallowed that Lego when I was 4. You know, I mean, bring stuff up out of your lungs. So, yeah, herbs are good, but again, in moderation. You know, a lot of herbs, there's some poisonous freaking herbs out there, too. Turmeric season, will work. Turmeric. Beef is great for inflammation. Beef has been proven to cure, let's say cure, put arthritis into remission. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not. You can find out all this stuff the same way I am. Information is out there. Huge studies with hundreds of thousands of people. People who have arthritis started eliminating vegetables and just going carnivore, and now their arthritis is gone. And now they're playing pickleball at 80. from being like, holy shit, you know, I could hear my joints grinding, to holy shit, I feel like I'm 30 again. Cow gelatin? When's the last time you drank some gelatin? Now, I'm not talking about Jell-O with the frickin' red dye number 40 autism-giving bullshit. I'm talking about, like, some beef gelatin. When's the last time you drank some? Watch how good you feel after you do that for a week. Made from cow. Go figure. All classics, absolutely. You know, I'm still gonna have my occasional cigars and whatnot, but yeah. Let's see, CBD, bloodworm. I like reading everyone's comments. What time is it? 7:47? 7:47. I don't see the comments moving. I think I might have got a commercial in the middle of my rants. Let me re-trigger it. Bam. Oh, bone broth. Yeah, because bone broth has tons of gelatin in it. That stuff is so healthy for you. Bone broth is good. No, I've been taking the mullein. Is it mullein? Because it doesn't have, it has an I in it. It seems like it should be pronounced like mullein. Mullein. No, capsule form. The oil is, you know, sublingual under your tongue and whatnot. It's supposed to be like really good for you, but it was like $45 for the good stuff. So I just got the pills just to chill with the pills. I'm supposed to take 3 a day, you know, when I remember I'm taking. But I want to go over that whole body cleanse thing that I'm doing, but I'm going to do it over at brorfredrik.com. Got to keep some secrets for the inner circle of people. Yeah. And we'll see. Clean the lungs, clean the kidney, clean the liver, and fasting is the only thing that regenerates brain cells. Why don't they teach this to people? Because they want you dumb, so when they tell you to frickin' do this, you do it. Fasting is the only thing that forces your body to create more brain cells. Just saying. So I 12-hour fast a day. I skip breakfast because breakfast is the shittiest meal of the day. It's the dumbest meal of the day. Ooh, breakfast. Skip breakfast. 12-hour fast a day. I'm gonna be like freaking stupid smart soon. Get back all those brain cells I burnt up when I was a kid, you know? Taking bong hits and shit. So yeah. Cool, huh? And what else? Yeah, a president should be friggin' fasting. Thank you, All Classics. I mean, you know, it's just a rabbit hole. It's like you can't do one without the other. You know the deal. Like, if you change the radiator hose, the upper radiator hose on, you know, like a 1962 Impala, do you not change the bottom one? And while you're in there, do you not drain it, flush the system, and refill it properly? Like, how do you do one without the other? So in this quest to just get rid of the stupid candida that surgery frickin' thrust back on me, my body's just like, it's just telling me, it's just leading me. It's like, bro, if you're gonna do this, you might as well do that. If you're gonna do that, you might as well do this. And it's just coming natural, coming easy, and I'm seeing benefit so rapidly, which is kind of cool, I'll be honest. It's fun to see changes. That's why, honestly, I mean, besides when I was like doing the whole bodybuilding thing, it was cool looking in the mirror. It was cool like having people be like, whoop, you know, like, yeah, you know, getting attention from the women and whatnot. That was all cool. But it was also cool doing something and seeing results, because I'm a very results-oriented person. So it was cool to be able to, you know, do this for a week or make this minor change. Like instead of keeping my feet straight, you know, I would turn them this way and my outer quads would get bigger, you know, like dumb shit. You know, oh, I'm gonna do this new exercise for my obliques. Oh, I see him now, looks pretty good. So very results oriented, you know, that's why people fail at like working out, because they don't wait that 3 weeks to see what happens. You know, it's like, oh, this sucks, I'm going to McDonald's. But this is a very results oriented thing, you know? You eliminate something out of your diet, and like within a week, you're just like, I feel good. And then you know what? You know what happens? You go back to eating it. You're like, oh, I haven't eaten strawberries in a week. Then you eat the strawberry, then you eat 2 strawberries. Oh, it's healthy, it's fruit. Your body's just like, bro, you took that poison out of us, right? You stopped eating that crap. We were happy. Now we're gonna fight you about it. So once you start removing shit out of your thing, if you try to go back to eating it, your body's just gonna resist. Your body's just like, no, no, we don't want to eat strawberries anymore. If you keep eating strawberries, I'm gonna give you a frickin' eye infection. I'm gonna give you a skin condition. I'm gonna inflame your ankle if you keep effing with me. That's what your body starts doing. Once you eliminate something that it's disagreeing with, and the only way you'll ever know that is if you just eliminate a lot of shit. You add it back a little bit and your body's like, oh, my knee pain came back. Now, instead of like going through this whole, oh, let me do a food test for $1,000 and let them stick pins in. No, eat freaking meat every day and then eat something else and see what happens, you know? Oh, suddenly my freaking back starts hurting again. What have I done different? Oh, I introduced apples again. I've started eating avocados again. I started eating cruciferous vegetables because I heard, you know, some freaking jackass on YouTube told me I need to eat that. And it's so easy. It's so easy to, how would I say, to reconcile. When you're just eating like a carnivore, when you add other shit, your body tells you right away whether you're good with it or not. And you're more likely to have reactions to a wide variety of fruits and vegetables and all that other shit. Beef. You eat your beef and your gut biome is just like, bro, we're gonna do this, bro. But when you're consuming all this other shit, the biome of your guts is all over the freaking place. This one's doing this one's doing that one's doing this, I have too much of that. You're throwing so much shit at it. It's like your gut biome ain't ready for all that, you know? And it's hard to keep it in balance when you're trying to eat a balanced diet. You know how many different kinds of bacteria you need? You know that they do poop transplants now to try to get people healthy, and it works? They take poop, actual shit, from a healthy person and transplant it into a person who's not healthy, to transplant the bacterias into another person. There's literally people out there who take other people's poop who's healthy, put it in a blender, buy the freaking capsules, squirt the stuff in there, put it back together, and eat it every day to restore health to their guts, because their biome is just so effed up. And your gut biome is your second brain. You cannot function if your guts are fucked up, messed up. Poop transplants. Doctors do it. Poop transplants. Because it works. That's how bad people's stomach biomes are from eating crap and eating frickin' poisoned vegetables from Trader Joe's because they're spraying frickin' chemicals on it. You got bacteria. You're supposed to have bacteria living in there. Yeah, fecal transplants. If they can't, if you're not willing to correct your own gut health, you can go get a fecal transplant. Find you a fecal donor, because blood type doesn't matter. Shit is shit, and they transplant it. I don't know how they do it. I don't want to know how they do it. I can only imagine how they do it. But people eat it in pill form, so you're not eating shit. Wow. Wow. What do I replace vegetables with? Nothing. More meat. I eat as much meat as I want till I'm freaking full. I eat butter. I eat cheese. I eat a pound of bacon a day. You don't need vegetables. What do you need vegetables for? Your body does not need carbohydrates at all. It's unnecessary. Your body does not need that shit. Your body is pissed at you for eating carbs. It's that stupid food pyramid that even the USDA sold out the American people, and now we have an obesity epidemic, a diabetes epidemic, a child diabetes and obesity epidemic. Because of the USDA, they sold out to the big companies, General Mills and freaking Kellogg's and all the rest of them. Their own experts told the USDA, if you put out this food pyramid, what does that look like? We're going to have an obesity and a disease epidemic in this country. They were bafangul. That's what they told their own experts. We're going with it. What do we have? 1 out of 2 people in the United States currently is obese. We're at 47% of obesity. 47% of the population of the United States is clinically obese. 1 out of 5, 20% of that 47% is morbidly obese. That's some frightening ass shit. And you'd think the government would do something about it, because long term, you know, you got your Medicare and all this other shit. No. Should I say it? If you die, they don't have to pay you no Social Security. Oh, by the way, during the thing, who is most likely to people collecting Social Security? Things that make you go, I said it. If I'm not around tomorrow. But I'm in a great mood. I plan on being around tomorrow. But if suddenly I go disappear somewhere, I said it. Trillions of dollars saved. Just saying. All that no high carb diet. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing was, do I eat ground turkey? Yes. That's a sleeping pill. I like ground turkey, but it puts me to sleep. Like, I make ground turkey meatballs, and if I eat one before bed, I'm done. I'm not watching frickin' Star Trek. I'm not watching the mating habits of the frickin' Arctic seals. I'm just gone. That tryptophan gets me. But I like it. It's a good alternative, but it doesn't have the same profile. It doesn't have the same amino acid. It's not as nutrient dense as cow. It's just not. So, and the fat isn't, you know, the fat isn't all that healthy. Am I right? Kerry. Maybe I'm right. I don't know. Whatever. I probably said too much already. But this is, I mean, you think this is a deep dive into some shit? Like I said, come join us over at brorfredrik.com. We're on Uncensored. We don't have to worry about getting offed on the way home for dropping some knowledge, you know what I'm saying? But then again, you don't have to take my word for it, because A, I'm not a doctor, B, I'm not a whatever. I'm just some dude on the internet who studies a lot of shit and processes a lot of data, but I'm just some dude. You do you. For entertainment and educational entertainment purposes only. Go check me out though. But anyway, I better get going. I did not realize it was 8 o'clock. I've been going off on a tangent, so that was fun. I gotta go see a man about a horse, and I got some shit I gotta do. I gotta finish tile in my kitchen. Now I told you about the near fire. I had to scrub all the... Yeah, so don't broil your meat with olive oil on it in your oven. You could potentially have a fire like I did. I know what's that. Vitamin C. I hope everyone enjoyed the content. I mean, some people are probably like, oh, you know, he's such an asshole. What did he go ahead and do that for? You know, like, I don't mean it to be a buzzkill. You know, I don't want to, like, ruin it. Oh, you know, hey, Bror Fredrik, I'm going to eat what I'm not telling anyone what to do. It's only because I care, you know? I want to see you around in a few years. I don't want to hear about you. You know, any one of you, not a single one of the 119 people who are left after this whole tirade. I don't want to hear about you. Like, so-and-so did the, you know, it's all preventable. All of you, most of the maladies that you suffer from in life, even the mental ones, anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, most of it is diet related. And the only true control you have in your life is not over your husband, wife, kids, employees. You only have control about what you stuff in your freaking mouth. It's the only thing you have control of. And nobody wants to do it. It's so hard, you know? It's so hard. Ooh, it's so complicated. No, it's not. Buy a cow, eat a cow. What's so hard about that, you know? What's the alternative? It's all this shit is preventable and it's reversible. All these things that they, oh, you know, you got it for life, you gotta take this pill, you gotta take that pill, you gotta take the... No, you don't. It's like most things, I mean, even the big C can be treated. They just don't want to. Because you're a customer. I don't want you to be a customer, you know? And don't wait until it's too late. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta see a man about a horse. And you know what? I have found myself paying more lately, even though I'm consuming the same amount of liquid. I tend to be peeing more lately as my body is detoxing, you know, because that's the way you do it. You either sweat it, you shit it, or you pee it. But most likely you pee toxins out. So yeah, I've been noticing that I have to see a man about a horse a little more often than normal. So I'm gonna go see a man about a horse right now. So, hope you enjoyed that. I appreciate everyone's super chat activities. That was very kind. I got my parking covered, so that is freaking cool. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. We'll talk about something else. Interesting, but it's Saturday night. What's not to love? And I'll tell you what, I love you guys. So, I'm going to invite you to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. Gonna go on a sports channel again. Bror Fredrik, raw and uncensored. Hey, BrorFredrik.com. I got all the links down there. Prime Day's coming up, so it is what it is. Don't forget don't forget T. Shanley. Skin looking good, right? I did the T. Shanley scrub this morning in the shower. You see that, like, glow? What up? But it's a freaking manly glow. I still got character. But you can't plant corn in my forehead. You know what I'm saying? Alright, people. On that note, Bror Fredrik out.